Welcome back, guys, to Trails of Cold Steel 2, our last episode. After talking to more of the courageous crew, completing some long-term collection quests, we set out to face off against our 5th cryptid, defeating the fallen lizard Lindbarm to earn another lost art. Now we find ourselves completing the remaining training battles back on board, with just the arts training left to do. So this will be interesting.
Watch out, guys.
It's only 2 to start with. We're not using crafts, we're not using items.
Okay.
I didn't have an analyzer or anything. Oh, one of them's on a 0 arts. Well, he might all cancel me. I mean, just one of them being on 0 arts like that is nasty enough.
Thanks.
Is that mute?
Of course.
Alright, lots of people got hit really nastily. Okay, that puts Emma on a 0.
Leave it to me.
I know, put you on a 0. And then still got Emma on a 0. Annoyingly, Eustace has now ended up slightly out of range.
Here goes.
I'll handle this.
Hut.
2 0 watts. Oh god, well we've got to now, haven't we?
Right. Try this.
It's neither here nor there now. Fortunately, Emma's actually casting a normal spell on that. Now the wonder thing is when we've got like everyone together in those big blocks, could we just do that? Or could we use overdrive to force some of these big casts to come down and wreck them?
Leave it to me.
I got ATS up. You have Crescent Mirror as well, since when? Didn't know you had that.
Here goes.
Spell Fleck blocks Orbital Canceller.
Hut.
I suppose I should
very
thank you.
much.
And will block Silence Wave, I'm pretty sure.
Very well.
No one is silenced, so we can go to work nicely. I mean, that's completely useless in this scenario. So great.
Arcus, activate!
I'd be using wind spells, shouldn't I? It's actually quite a long delay on that spell. Right, we can normally attack, can't we, as well? I'm pretty sure we're allowed to do that, right? Ha! Suck it! Yeah, I can see this being a big problem when we've got the large group going. Especially when Orbital Canceller swipes that hard. Bloody hell, it's nasty.
Arcus, activate. Here I go.
And even if she's got a faster cast for that,
Try
still
this.
a long delay. Right, we finally got it! This spell that made me all upset a lot earlier in the playthrough. Very good damage. Let's put it that way. And it's quite a fast cast animation, which is good for the later spells.
Right, now we took out 2.
We should be safe now.
Problem is there's going to be a lot more than 2 now. Wonderfully fought. I was quite taken by your battle. Hopefully these serve as a suitable reward. Right, more user material. There's nothing to do now but set the comet shells to their most powerful settings and see what's left of you after. I'm kidding, their arts will be much more powerful, but I'm sure you'll be able to handle it. This is the worry one. I don't even know why I'm saving, because I don't think I die. But I actually think I might lose this battle. Depends what kind of turn order we get. Level 5 art training, you say? I certainly hope you're ready. Do I want to spread these guys out a bit, by the way? God, you have to go forward with it now? I was going to move their positions on the map, because I think they're actually a bit too weirdly grouped up, and they should be further away. Like, back row.
Show you why I'm called
I mean,
the
that's
Purple Lightning.
6, man. We're about anyone reaching low HP. We can now use items. Great.
Okay.
They're all so close.
Resound! Overdrive! Try this!
So when you're using overdrive, it ends up with
Here!
no problem with you casting your spells. I didn't know that.
Here I go!
That doesn't take both turns. You just get a straight 0 cast.
This should help. Now!
Ooh, overdrive with casting is really good. I thought you would be like only the first person. I didn't realize. I thought I'd still end up with like delay and all that. Whoops. Obviously not. I mean, I got art support then too.
Right.
Now I don't think I can take them out in these turns, sadly.
Leave it to me.
Do I try another 0 arts? Do I try to overdrive with someone again? I mean, you're gonna have the best spells now.
Behold! Overdrive!
Okay, well, we obviously don't want to use... Or do I use that to try and buff... I mean, she gets a second art. I didn't know that. I just wanted to get a Crescent Mirror off before their turn.
Here! Thanks. It's my turn.
Oh, this is easy then. This is how loads of them survive now. If I don't kill them, I think I'm doomed, right? Hey!
My turn.
Wait, someone's alive?
Huh?
I'm sorry for the guy there. Well, I fulfilled the conditions, so we're done.
Here!
Our training she didn't need EP. She's going to get back at the end bow. I learned something. I mean, it's like getting a tutorial late in the game. Which we did get.
That's the end of that. Brains and brawn rolled into one. Nice work.
Hey, nice compliment. Level 5 arts training was done. Wow, that was simply incredible. What a joy to see your abilities in full bloom like that. I can't thank you enough for showing me such an incredible display, but I hope that these will do to start. Pretty sure overdrive tutorials tells you this. I thought that it actually works that whoever initiates the overdrive will then, if they cast a spell, they'll go on the second go, so you can speed up spells. That's how I understood it. So I obviously understood it wrong. Just as there are no limits on a flower's beauty, there are no limits to how much stronger you can become. So if you'd like to tackle that training exercise again, please do ask me. No, I'm fine with that. I invested quite a lot of resources into that. Well, you managed to clear all 5 levels of our arts training. That takes some real skill. Congratulations, all of you. Thanks for setting them up for us. I'm feeling much more confident in my abilities after that. Same here. Nothing like getting some mobile staff practice in. Anything to be of service. Yeah, I can focus all my efforts on operation now that I know I've helped you guys out in every way I can. Well, not quite every way. We've got something we'd like to give you. Oh. Don't be shy now. We've got Magius. Don't be shy nothing. This is the Master Quartz. His name means witch too. I can sense an incredible amount of mana coming from it. Where in the world did you find this? I first saw it back when Klein and I were fighting together, actually. It belonged to the RMP at the time, but Klein managed to convince them to give it to us. It was supposedly developed by the Epstein Foundation over in Le Mans. Really? Well, that basically guarantees its quality then. I know it's not an easy one to use, though. It's been up from owner to owner for a while without seeing a whole lot of use. I was thinking Adel could give it a try, but we both agreed that you would make for better owners. To be sure. I hope you'll accept. With pleasure. Thanks for thinking of us. We'll be sure to wrangle this thing into usefulness. But I hate looking at, like, Master Quartzes and what they can do, but we're done. Completed all the training on board the ship. So what did we get? We got Chevalier, physical damage up as HP drops, increased by a maximum of 125%, and attracts enemies' attention. 60% chance of activating in battle. Like a lure as well. And we got Magius. Magic damage up as HP drops. Arts affect a wider area +2. It has a mix of spells at the end by the look of it. I'm guessing it would level up to be able to learn Clem Solarion as well. Like that looks like it would be Clem Solarion as well. Well, I'm happy. Job done. Like, I feel like you would do better with... Because you've got Mistral and you haven't unlocked Ragnar Vortex yet. But I still feel like you do better with a Wind Bell than a Cast 2. I don't know what's better than Cast or Wind Bell. I really don't. Right, you're going to learn Clem Solarion. Which should we switch out for that? I don't even know anymore. I'm so 100% sure that when she learns Mirage, when that master's out, she's going to have it. Job done. Right, all that's left is to talk to the remaining people on board. So who haven't we talked to? Alfin isn't here. And we still haven't given in that other food item yet. Was she up at the bridge area? Toa looks so cool with that Captain's Helm, doesn't she? I'm gonna have to try my hardest so I want to be half as cool as her. Alright, I'm all fired up now. With this many students here, how can we possibly lose? The fighting in Western Erebonia is really starting to heat up now. I'm sure Toval, Viscount Arsaid, and Prince Oliver can handle themselves just fine, but I doubt they'll be able to help us here. The only thing we can count on now is our own strength and experience. It's fine, because that's all we'll need. With all of 4 students in one place, I know we can pull this off. That's what I want to hear. I'm going to be fighting together with you guys as part of Class 7 this time. I'll be sure to get a few hits for everyone who couldn't make it too. Looking forward to it. I mean, you ducked out of the student versus student battle. Lynn and I promised each other that we'd come back from this safely. That's one promise I intend to keep, especially since everyone at the Academy's lives would be so boring without me. So let's go out there and show those jerks what twins can do. Not a problem. The quickest route to Carol Imperial Villa is a straight shot through Heimdall. Once we get there, you guys need to hurry and find His Majesty. We'll distract the enemy outside the villa for you. I just wish your part wasn't the most dangerous one. Indeed. Well, you know, there's no need to worry about us. After all we've been through, this is just another drop in the bucket. Yeah, sounds like the Rean Schwarzer I know. Well, we'll have your back, so give us all you got. I have to admit, I'm jealous of all of you. Crow and I used to clash all the time at the beginning of our first year, rather violently at that. I think it's because I could see through that goofy facade of his. But here we are now, and I don't even get to beat him down and bring him back. We'd like for you to be there with us, but, well, just leave him to us. We'll bring him back to you with his tail between his legs. That's what I like to hear. Just make sure you give him a good smack before you do. One big enough for all three of us. Sure. Uncle Makarov is a total disaster sometimes. Yesterday was totally the perfect chance for him and he just wasted it. And if he's not going to make sure the two of them get together, I sure as heck will. But I guess we got some work to do here first. Let's save those hostages. Well, soon, after we do these random quests for an ultimate weapon, the 3rd and 4th Armored Divisions are in position and at the ready. This is going to be the courageousest, greatest challenge yet, so I'm not going to lie and say I'm not scared. But honestly, I think we're going to be fine. Just having Vivi with us makes me feel like we can do anything. Bridget's given me the courage to take on all of Zemura. I'm ready for everything. Anything and everything. No matter what stands against us, we'll get through it as long as we're together. So go on, Rean. It's time for us to take our future into our own hands. Speaking of Bridget, where is she? Oh, there she is, yeah. Rean handed over all the unique dishes. I think I've got it now. I know what I want to make for Alan. Oh, I'd ask, but I don't want to spoil the surprise. Well, I still have a few of the finer details to iron out anyway, but I should be able to handle that on my own. But thank you so much for your help, Rean. I couldn't have done this without all of the amazing food you brought me. The pleasure's all mine. Whatever you're making, I'm sure will really get those sparks flying. Should be an interesting evening. Rean, I swear. Quickly changing subjects, please take this. Hopefully it'll make up for some of the time you spent running around looking for those dishes for me. I've got a revolution. Thanks. I'll get cooking as soon as I can. I'm trying to make something for your class sometime too, in the wind orchestra of course. I'm sure it'll be delicious. Can't wait. We get so many quartz, it's unreal. Right, revolution. Damage plus 10% for every level higher foe is than you. Oh. I mean, it's almost like you should keep someone lower. I mean, really good in the training place. Oh my god, that would have been so good. If I just fed it before I did like the physical training stuff, that would have been so easy. Like, you've definitely been like ridiculous damage with domination as well. I miss all the good stuff. Right then, choose a destination.
Where do you want to go?
We checked out Ymir. We beat the cryptid in the Isengard range, but now we've got literally everything else to do. Let's start where we were very recently. Let's go to Trista.
Leave it to me.
Because there's an area that we haven't explored right next to it. Right, here we are, ready to go. I think I talked to the people in here and Mitch, right? But one of the things we wanted to do was go in this shop and see what we're going to buy. Yes, that's where we were at. So, the red jumper is available. Now, the red jumper is pretty good for a lot of people by the look of it. It's good for Elliot at the moment, but I think that's because I should be putting Elliot some extra stuff on. Like other types, maybe. Like, I should be giving him, like, the excellent stuff. See, I think this is great for Gaius. Let's buy a couple. I bought two, and then I messed up again, you know? I need to buy one for Fee anyway. Right, red boots. Now, they lower the strength, but they up defense and speed for so many of our characters. I mean, these boots look absolutely perfect for you. Absolutely perfect for Eusis. Straight speed gains for people. And I think speed is a bit more valuable than some small values of defense, right? Small ATS down though for Elliot there. Does Rean need 2 speed for 100 defense and less move? Nah, probably not good for him, but I probably need to come here with Fee. You know what? I'll buy another 2 pairs. They're pretty good. They're pretty good. Right, where are we off to? Morn, it's good to see you. I did this way the moment I heard a whisper of a rumor that Trista had been liberated. Man, I wish I could have seen that. But I did manage to get some photographs of the 4th Division passing by earlier. It's better than nothing. When the big battle does roll around, I'll be on the front lines trying to get some good pictures. So this might be the last time I ever get to wish you guys good luck. Hopefully Adios is happy with all of us today. Yeah, right back at ya. Ah yes, general goods. There's something I still need to do, isn't there? Read the paper. Academy just told us we'll need to be really on guard for the battle happening in Heimdall. We're even going to flee Trista if things start getting too airy. So don't you worry about us. We can take care of ourselves. You just go and do whatever it is you got to do. Okay, you don't sell anything crazy cool. Ingredients, etc. as usual. Oh, that's still outside, isn't it? Oh no, what are we going to do if it gets damaged by the battle? Dad, the battle won't start for a while and it's in Heimdall. We've got tons of time to bring everything in. Every time anything happens remotely close to us, he starts freaking out like this. I can't really blame him after seeing all those tanks go by. It's got me a little scared too. They've already moved through Trista, have they? Right, where are we off to? I didn't expect you to still be in Trista, Professor. I think it was a period of reflection on my first large-scale project in some time. Nothing more than that. Samariano proved to be a real challenge to work with, but I found the experience valuable all the same. Thank you so much. You've done a lot for us. We really do appreciate it. Once this war's over, we'll be sure to come thank you properly for everything you've done for us. I don't want your thanks. I don't care about how you use the finished product or even what happens to this nation because of it. All I want from you is data on its usage. Good data. Modesty and empathy are not this man's strong suits. I don't know. I think it's still pretty interesting. I'll be going back to the Institute before long. I can't pretend to care about the battles you're running off to fight, but do try and collect some useful data for me. It should be a great boon to my future research. More tanks than I've ever seen in my life just passed by us. That was my first time seeing the famous 4th Armor Division up close, and honestly, it sent a chill down my spine. Especially when you think that they're going to be doing battle against another army that's just as big. What fortunate town longs to feel the gentle caress of my presence and hear my words of love next, I wonder? A travelling performer does not choose his destinations. They call to him like the voice of a siren. And if I open my ears, I think I hear a city of 800,000 people calling my name. But whether I make it is up to you. Heimdall, he says, having learned that in the past. And nothing else up there? Bang, am I giving him good data? What bad data? I won. I lost. That's the data I'm going to be able to afford him, really, isn't it? Before my division's forces deploying beyond this point, it's only a matter of time before the battle begins. As for myself, I will be providing support and ensuring that the townsfolk stay away from the highway. I wish you the best of luck with your part of the operation. Together we can win this war, I'm sure of it. Can I go this way? I haven't been on the West Trista Highway yet. We have our own things to do. We should be attacking the Alliance head on to the Imperial Army. So we can't go that way, but we can go to the east side. The director's planning to broadcast that big battle live from Heimdall completely unedited. Does he have the army's permission for this? Of course he doesn't. I've warned him that we could lose our broadcasting license for this, but he doesn't care. Oh well, it's the gamble of the century, so you might as well take it. It's you guys! Oh, you had the best timing. You had to do an interview with us, right? Tell me, kids, how do you feel about the battle today? Wait, can we do this live? Let's seize down a little, Michael. It's great to see you again, but I don't think any of us are here for an interview. Right, sorry, I kind of got carried away there. Thing is, we're planning on broadcasting today's live battle, so I'm just a tad bit tense right now. Especially since I just sent out the guys who'll be doing the broadcasting. So I've heard. Are you sure you're going to be okay doing all this? This is shaping up to be the war's most dangerous battle to date. I just hope the crew out there won't be hurt. You think I don't know that? They'll be fine. I've told them to get out of there if things start getting ugly. But we want our listeners to know that the battle's happening and just what that means to this nation. And the Alliance's broadcast restrictions, we are forced to distort the truth night after night. Well, that's got a lot of people thinking the Alliance is in the right. That's our fault, and we've got to fix all that. This is our chance to use our powers for good. To try and make people realize the truth that we've been covering up. Who knows, today's broadcast might even be able to turn the tide of the war. So we've got to do this, if nothing else than to atone for lying to our listeners all this time. You've really put a lot of thought into this, Michael. Well, you kids can't be the only ones going out there and risking their necks, right? We've got to put in some work too. I'm going to make this broadcast a success if it kills me, so you damn well better do the same with this operation of yours. You bet we will. I'm guessing the guys I sent out are almost in Heimdall by now. This whole thing's still got me nervous, but this could be our chance to really change this war. So damn it, I'm going to make this a success. You better go out there and put your all into what you've got to do too. Hey, we're the crack squad sent in to save The royal family. What could go wrong? There's still some time before noon, but I think it's time I start evacuating. Better safe than sorry, I always say. Well, what's at stake today? You really can't be too cautious. It goes for you too. Please try not to do anything too rash. I'm planning on evacuating to the church, personally. I'm sure I'll be safe there, no matter what happens in Heimdall. But I hope the goddess watches over both of us. I hope we'll be able to talk to each other again soon. As do I. Bookshop. The merchants of Trista have agreed that we all need to close up shop before the battle begins. That's what we're going to do. Don't you worry about us, though. We'll be just fine. You saved everyone here in Trista, so go out and do the same for the people of the capital. You always wish so much of us. So much of us. I'm helping Dad close the shop, so if there's something you want to buy, hurry up and do it, okay? I hope Title's going to be okay. She can be pretty clumsy sometimes, so I'm kind of worried about her. Guess I better go check on her a bit, huh? Do you like older women or young women? I mean, your age women. Or not. I don't know. Flowers endure the cold winters in order to bloom even more beautifully in spring. The longer it takes, the more beautiful the flowers eventually become when they finally bloom too. So you have to come back to us safe. I wouldn't want you to miss them. Sure thing. Shall I read the paper now, by the way, finally? We want to find out what the update is on the latest, we gave the book away, but we still got this. Nice. The update on the latest propaganda. So, 9 pages of news leading into what is going to come. But it's still going to probably take us a couple of hours to get there. You never know. Breaking! Battle for Heimdall! Tensions mount. We've received word that the 3rd and 4th Armoured Divisions, regarded as rebels, have called for residents of the areas surrounding Heimdall to evacuate if possible. Sources suggested that both divisions are attempting to launch a decisive battle for control of the city, causing tensions to build in the outskirts of the capital. Nothing to fear. Meanwhile, the Noble Alliance forces are well prepared to defend the capital, presenting themselves as an almost insurmountable obstacle for the rebels. One officer in charge of the soldiers platoon commented, "If that's what they're planning, they're welcome to try. It's high time we wiped out those rebel scumbags once and for all." Meanwhile, the armies of General Le Guin and Brigadier General Bardius, both with countless victories to their names, have gathered in Heimdall and are expected to take part in the coming battle. Current intelligence suggests that the rebel forces are not as well supplied as those of the Noble Alliance, and so any such battle is unlikely to last more than a day or two at most. We ask the citizens of Erebonia not to fear, and to believe that the overwhelming odds in the Noble Alliance's favour will speed them to a well-earned victory. The effect on public transport. Should a battle break out, it's expected that all train and airship service would be suspended. When questioned, a member of the Ministry of Railways responded, "Ensuring the safety of our passengers is paramount to us, and as such we would have no choice but to suspend service until we could offer such a guarantee again." This publication suggests that all citizens planning to travel keep a close eye on the national news, and preferably avoid all non-essential travel altogether until the rebel forces have been quelled. Crime! Duke Alberea arrested? The ruling lord of the Croydon province, Duke Alberea, appears to have been arrested on suspicion of a number of crimes. He stands accused of arson, inciting disorder, and the willful harm of Erebonian citizens, among other charges. Perhaps the most damning indictment is the charge of setting fire to Celtic. We must reiterate that no evidence has been found against the Duke, oh my god, and last he remains innocent until proven guilty. Nonetheless, his arrest has led to a wave of confusion spreading across the provincial capital of Bereahard, as the region is effectively left without a governing head. Trusted sources have also informed us that he has been summarily expelled from the Alliance, which has no part in instigating any of the illegal actions he is alleged to have taken. Breaking! More trouble in Crossbell. Reports have begun pouring about another helping of trouble for the beleaguered Crossbell. The accounts are vague and fragmentary, but all suggest a blue light has appeared on the eastern side of the country, along with a gigantic tree. We'll bring you more on this emerging story as it develops. However, there's a strong possibility this represents yet another new weapon being developed in secret by the rogue state. A weapon that might be turned against the Empire in an invasion attempt. Those living near the border are advised to remain alert. Breaking! Western Front in chaos. The battle for Western Erebonia was thought to have been all but won, but a setback has apparently emerged in the form of the previously missing 7th Armoured Division. The division is working in tandem with the avowedly neutral group Winds of Freedom. I thought I was Oh, wait a second. No, no. Crimson Wings, I'm getting mixed up. Well, I thought that's not our name. No, wait a second. That's Oliver's group name. And it's calling on the Noble Alliance's forces to cease hostilities. I'm getting confused now. The Alliance forces, meanwhile, have just begun the final phase of their plan to neutralize the opposition in the west, and they are now warning the group that any attempt to obstruct their work will be regarded as treason. Furthermore, reports have suggested that the remnants of the former Imperial Army are beginning to reassemble, bringing even greater confusion to a region already battered by war. Breaking! Strange happenings in Trista. Eyewitness reports point to trouble in the picturesque town of Trista, just a short way from Heimdall, with sightings of large numbers of students there claiming to be on leave of absence from their studies. In all likelihood, this is the work of seditious elements, and the Noble Alliance fully intends to conduct a thorough investigation at a later time. Notice from the editors. With the war reaching perhaps its most fevered pitch, many of our readers are likely feeling more than a little nervous, understandably so. We would like to advise those living in or near the capital to remain apprised of current events and to try and remain calm in the case of an emergency. We can only hope that the war's final days are soon to come, and it is the humble opinion of this paper that any further expansion of the war would only harm the strength of this great nation. The Chief Editor, or Chief Propaganda Deliverer.
This spot looks perfect for fishing.
I don't know why, because Rean said that then. I thought, what are you going to do? Pick up the girl and like use her as a proxy fish? She's holding a rod. You just go like that. I've started copying Kenny to see if I can catch fish too. I've only caught little ones so far, but it's really fun. I should show him what I've caught when he comes back. That's kind of cute.
Oh, I could probably fish here.
She's already got a rod. I don't have to take out my rod. She's just her. Has Annie gone out again? What's gotten into her lately? I'll have to go and drag her back inside before the battle begins, at least. It sounds as though this battle will be the most dangerous one to date, so it makes sense to prepare for the worst. That goes for you too. If you think you need one or something, take two. You've still got bright futures ahead of you, so don't even think about throwing your lives away over a lack of preparation. I think, strength-wise, I'm pretty damn hot, you know? Oh. There's a copy of a magazine called Driving for Everyone here. Cool, a car magazine from Heimdall. It's a really nice paint job, actually. A fiery colouring. It's going to look like Guy Fieri's shirt. We're preparing for the possibility we'll have to evacuate. This is a precaution, of course. There's no need to worry about the people of Trista, though. We've done this before, and we stick together when times are tough. Sure thing. No one up top. Cool. Annie confirmed for 5th Arc's protagonist. This is where we've gone bracers, military students, and more, and now we're just going into the power of fishermen and equestrianism. Let's hint it at the power of an equestrian man. Oh. The battle in Heimdall's scheduled to begin soon, is it not? Hope it doesn't wind up in the middle of it. Something wrong, Father? Oh, hello. I hate to put anything more onto your shoulders, but you may be able to help. Would you lend me your aid? I don't mean to press you, of course. I imagine your mind is already occupied with more pressing matters. Sure. Sure, we're free until noon, for obvious reasons. What do you need? Thank you so much. My request concerns a fellow clergyman. A traveling priest who visited us this morning, actually. Priests travel? Some of them. They're sent to places without churches to fulfill various religious duties there. Please be Kevin. I told you about the one in Nord who would come to teach the people of the settlement every month, remember? That's right. Ever since the war began, the church has been dispatching even more of them across Erebonia. It's our duty to support people in need, and travelling priests can do so in areas like those like myself cannot. This priest, however, only made the briefest of stops here, saying he wanted to learn more about the state of the country. He left already? I can see why you're worried, especially with the Battle of Heimdall just hours away. The fact that he was an elderly gentleman, damn, only serves to compound my concern too. If you could, would you mind checking to see whether or not he arrived safely at his destination? I think we can do that, especially since the Courageous saves us so much time. I don't know if we'd be able to if we were taking the trains. Yeah, sounds like you picked the right guys for the job. Agreed. Let's see if we can't get any updates on this old man's safety. So now that's settled, where exactly did he go, Father? He said he was bound for the church in Celtic. He sounded very upset about what had happened there. I could only imagine he wanted to see the damage for himself. Understood. Okay, gang, next stop, Celtic. Thank you for doing this for me. I very much appreciate it. Absentee Father has started. Not meaning quite the same thing that sentence usually means. We'll always be here whenever the people of this town need our aid, no matter what happens. So let us all pray to the goddess that she might heal the sadness of this world. Whenever a battle starts brewing, I make sure to come here and pray. I feel so much calmer than I would at home, just by virtue of feeling that much closer to the goddess. I come to the church whenever there's a battle nearby. It's just safer that way. It helps the Mict, always lets us know in advance when one's brewing too. I really don't know where he gets all this information from, but I can't imagine where we'd be without him. Alright, let's do that quest. Let's get that quest done. What I'll do is I'll finish checking out this side of Trista. We'll go to Celtic, check that out, do that, find the guy. You can't actually go in any of these dorms. So we've got one more person to speak to, and then we'll come back for the school. Which will have less people in it anyway, because we've got the students on board. I hear you have quite the ordeal ahead of you today. All I can do is wish you luck, but know that I'll be waiting here for your return. Please come back safe, everyone. Bye-bye. Right then. Let's go back to Kratos. And move on from there. Celtic bound we are. I so hope that was Kevin. I think it'd have been a good spot to throw him in. After all, doesn't have to tell you who he is.
Where do you want to go?
Tell these guys who he is. We need to go to Rean. No, not Rean. We need to go to Barkhorn. We need to speak to Scarlet. Can we speak more to Scarlet? Because she was giving us information about that kind of stuff, wasn't she?
Full speed ahead!
She was about to tell Rean about stuff. Well, Celtic we are, and the quest marker says Celtic Chapel. Should we start from one side up there? We'll start from his side of the town and work backwards. Let's get this quest wrapped up nicely in a bow. If we can, that is. Ouch, come on Susie, go easy on me. Sorry, are you okay? Maybe we should stay in bed for a bit longer. Nah, that's fine. You could use this you could use the handicap slowpoke. Come on, come catch me already. Jake's finally able to get up and about. He should be fine if he's this energetic. His injuries still look pretty sore though. Guess I'll let him off with his pranks for a while. Damn, Susie, looking down on me because I'm hurt. It's cool though. A little scratch like this ain't no big deal. Give it all you got, Susie. Jake and Susie seem like they're getting on better now. Or maybe it's just me. Now if they only let me play with them too. Why do they always have to leave me out? You've got a cat. What you got a problem with? We need to go to Barkhorn, goes to Celtic. Well, you know what? I was staying on task, but then remembering I really need to go there. Nihon keeps wandering off on his own no matter how many times I tell him not to. Right now he needs rest more than anything. We should take that to heart. On the other hand, the fact that he even has the energy and motivation to work is a good thing. Perhaps it just goes to show how brightly emotion's passion burns. How you feeling, Louise? Think you might be able to come home soon? I'm so impatient, Dad. I still need to go through rehabilitation, so maybe a couple of weeks. I hope you'll both take that time to learn how to do some housework. Well, yeah, of course. We'll be chore experts by then, promise. So, please stop glaring at us like that. Glaring's all I can do in a bed like that. She finally found out we haven't been doing any of the chores while she was out. That all ends today, though. This time we're really going to master the whole housework thing. Father Zerbel said she's basically on her way to a full recovery at this point. What a relief. Helios has given us a miracle. I'll never forget this. Oh, you here to visit? Thanks. Another battle's about to take place in Heimdall, isn't it? That'll certainly explain all the tanks this morning. But you're all fighting to keep any more tragedies from happening, right? And please let me pray for your success. And be sure to stop by the Weathercock once this is all over. I'll make sure to be fit as a fiddle by then. We'll bring Sarah. Mark has been making a steady recovery, so there's no need to worry over him. No good comes from trying to force yourself back into life as normal, though. Don't go following Limon's example. You'll have only yourself to blame if your wounds open up again. Sorry, I'll stay put for now. As long as you get it. All that pent-up energy isn't a bad thing, at least. In fact, I'd say it's a good sign. He should be ready to go back to his usual lifestyle sometime next week, so I'll take care of him until then. Just heard from Old Man Hines that the Grand Market's reopening today. Oh man, now this is what I've been waiting for. I've got to hurry up and finish this rehab so I can get back to my store ASAP. These merchants are very dedicated. I'd be lying if I said that I didn't feel uneasy, but we have it good compared to the people of Heimdall. There's no escape for them, they just have to bear with it all. How can we call ourselves citizens of the Empire if we just let them suffer through that? Sadly, all I can do is pray for everyone's safety. Quest time. Excuse me, Father, but could I ask you a question? As a travelling priest visited this church recently. He did indeed. In fact, he may even made it a point to visit everyone affected by the assault. The fact that a priest from the holy city of Arteria came all that way to visit was rather motivating for all of us. I see. Phew, seems like he made it here safely. He just had to jump on the train. Probably wasn't even worth freaking out about. I don't see him here, though. Well, he mentioned that he wanted to see more of the war's impact on the country firsthand. I imagine he's probably heading for his next destination by now. Really? He seems surprisingly oblivious to the dangers around him. I can't imagine the trains will be running as scheduled with the battle for Heimdall beginning at noon. 100% he's a Grailsbirter, though. Well, let's keep our fingers crossed. Did he tell you where he was going, Father? I'd like to go check up on him if I can. I believe his next destination was Brehard Cathedral. That's only one stop away. Right, let's hurry and catch up to him. You're saying lol, so I'm obviously wrong. But whatever. Spoiler people. Oh, where did he say he was going? Brehard. I need to go there anyway. That's good. Don't just straight tell me I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Yeah, but it's what you say. Why do people never realize this? Like, it's actually everything in life. So I'm not just saying here. It's a lot of the time. It's not what you say. It's what you didn't say or what else you said instead that tells people exactly what they need to know. People can't keep secrets at all. Lowell at class 7 said nothing about your assumption. See, now yeah, exactly. I'm making an assumption now, and I might jump to things. But I'm like, what? I don't know what you know that. I don't. But people could misinterpret many things, yeah. I'd imagine he's a Grailsbirter, based on the fact that he's just able to literally walk through everything and not give a care about anything. It's a bit too easy for him. If it's an old man as well, I don't know. If it isn't, then it's not. But yeah, it's just the fact that literally as soon as I said that, it's like, lol, lol. And sometimes it is the people saying it as well, because it's literally like straight up, like, I know people have played the game before. So yeah, I do jump to assumptions. But that's often why I've like guessed the twist beforehand. Knowing that the Grand Market's reopening today is kind of motivating. Of course, my old man's had us open since the start of the week. I think I get why he did that though. Seeing us open might have helped motivate some of the others to follow suit. Oh, nothing really to get here though. Now I'm stuck in Celtic and the guy's somewhere else entirely. I guess I should do the scan of it. I hear you guys are heading to Heimdall to save some of your relatives. I normally advise against it considering the battle that's about to take place there, but how could I now? If it's for your family's sake, no one has the right to stop you. Just one with me, you'll all come back, you hear? Seems like they weren't exaggerating about how awful the attack here was, and yet everyone's already hard at work restoring the place. I've got a long way to go before I'm even half as amazing as the merchants here are. The reason I decided to contribute 25% of what we currently have towards the Grand Market's restoration. We'll be doing business here in Celtic for the time being as well. I'm certain that the Grand Market will return to its former glory once the people return to Celtic. Looks like it's up to us to make that happen. The steak and beer were made for each other. There's been talks of restoring the Grand Market recently, so you can bet I'm hopping on board with that. It's the one place where we merchants could do business freely. We all consider it a part of ourselves in a sense. Things are going to start getting really busy. It's also the thing that, I guess, again, what one person will find funny is not what another person will find. I was just like, I would have reacted the same way as class, and I was like, what the hell's he doing? I wouldn't have found it funny. It's more remarkable, exasperating. Are you sure about this? I'd hate for the spare room to go unused when it's in need. And of course, I can't rest easy knowing a neighbour's facing tough times. Thank you so much. The merchants have already started working towards restoring the Grand Market. I can't allow depression to get the best of me forever either. That's why I'll begin with putting a roof over Fine and Anita's heads for the time being. Rosette was kind enough to offer us lodging in a house, thank goodness. Oh no, the release made me all emotional. Rosette said we could stay at her place. Now I might be able to help finally get a good night's sleep. Big news, the Grand Market's coming back. I'm just handing out handwritten leaflets, not the Imperial Chronicle right now, but no, go ahead and take one. We're promoting the Grand Market's return right now. Gotta make sure the town gets back on its feet, otherwise we'll be in trouble. Yeah, I'm reading behind the lines too much, I know. But it's always a problem. Never did I expect the merchants to take matters into their own hands. Seems like Limon's the one that got them all fired up too. He's certainly a capable one. Well then, I'll do all the formalities for them. I was planning on rounding everyone up myself at some point, so we're ready to go ahead with them. I was going to say without them then. We've decided to allow anyone and everyone to set their store up at the Grand Market without any fees at all. Amazing, right? Special occasions, we might as well go all out. There's no doubt that it'll get super lively now. Sure. We've been trying to think of a way to restore the Grand Market. Imagine my surprise when I heard Limon had already taken matters into his own hands. I didn't expect to feel so much relief from hearing that. And you know what? This gives me hope. Things will work out for us if we refuse to give in. What if I say sorry and we leave it at that? At least she's perked up a bit since the whole incident. I came to help now that my injuries are all healed. Granted, I'm not entirely sure I'll be of much help at all. That won't stop me from doing everything I can to restore this place to its former glory, though. We'll do whatever it takes to restore Celtic to its former glory. It's the least we could do to repay the market manager for all he did for us. When did you suddenly start crying when you said that? We've informed the townsfolk that Operation Heimdall will begin at noon. We'll also warn them to stay indoors for their own safety, but I'm sure none of us expect to see them regain their spirits quite like this. It'd be uncouth of us to put a damper on that, I believe. Alright, let's check out Becky House. It is empty. Are they all over at the Grand Market? Going, stop being idiots! You're still injured. I came rushing back after I heard about the market manager, but I don't know what I was expecting to find, but seeing everyone hard at work to restore the Grand Market certainly wasn't it. See several familiar faces here too. Guess I'll get to work then, won't I? Can't let everyone else show me up. Oh, I'm not even kidding. This actually looks better anyway. I think they should have had some of that up around the place, like behind their stalls rather than like the red tarpaulin like we have here. That is a lot neater and nice to look at as a backdrop. Saying, guys, she's got the honey back. I brought all the honey I had in my storage with me. Keeping stock and storage for emergencies is common sense for merchants, I'll have you know. Just you watch, Duke Abrea. I'll show you what I'm made of. I'm number one. No, you're not giving me a B fact. I came for the B facts. Limon's managed to motivate many of us into working towards restoring the Grand Market. I myself will be helping by providing funds and giving advice on where to procure goods for those in need. I must admit, this isn't like me at all, but what can I say? His passionate words served as the spark needed to ignite my merchant's passion. I'd say I'm too hot on Limon being the de facto leader here, but hey, I'll deal with it for now. The Grand Market's got no place for crestfallen merchants. Get selling or get out! I've got some top-notch meat here, so let's get this started. You won't find a better deal than this. Like, her whole grilling thing here actually looks better against that backdrop. Rush as the work may be, I managed to fix up several stores for now. Fortune seems to be smiling on us too, because a number of merchants who left to come back. Things are bound to work out if we've got this many people. Oh, I couldn't have asked for a better way to get me motivated. Alright, troops, you're just in time to see the Grand Market reopened. Celtic's the town for merchants. It's just not the same without the Grand Market. Everyone agreed to help out after hearing me go on about that, so yay! Things are working out well. It's up to us merchants to get this town back to normal. Yes! Marco had to entrust his store to me due to his injuries, but don't worry, as a merchant on the Grand Market, I'll make sure to have everything sorted out soon enough. Of course, I'm not doing this just because I was asked. I want to do what I can to help the Grand Market too. It's our turn to show that brute force isn't enough to stop us merchants. Merchants are standing up. Alright, troops. Daddy's away talking about the Grand Market and stuff, so I'm helping Mummy out with the store. I was wanting to give this a shot. Just leave giving the customers to me. Welcome. I can't thank everyone enough for helping us get the store up and running again. Limon's been left in charge of running the movement to restore the Grand Market. Which means it's up to me to run the store. You have fun doing that. I've already talked to you, no I haven't. Tableau was kind enough to offer me assistance with my store. With his help, I should be able to get it up and running in no time. Seeing everyone else work so hard makes me feel ashamed of myself for giving in to despair. That ends here, though. From this day forward, all my efforts will be focused on restoring my store. And that is the Celtic checkout then. Those surrounding areas, maybe not so much. To Berea Heart! We're on the trail of this priest.
Where do you want to go? Leave it to me.
I'm guessing he's gone to Rua. Something tells me he isn't here anymore. We've had an influx of nobles coming in today to relieve their worries. Of course, they should feel no shame in doing so. Faith unites us all, regardless of status. Let us pray together then, for Adios is always with us. I don't see anyone here who'd fit the bill of traveling priests, but let's ask just to be sure. Excuse me, did a traveling priest happen to stop by here recently? He certainly did. He wasted no time in asking for details about the Quitton province's current state too. Oh hey, so we got here okay? That's good. Our worries weren't founded then. Do you have some business with him perchance? I'm not particularly fond of his kind. They have far too much leeway. Traveling or not, he is a priest. He is expected to uphold the order of the church and conduct himself as a man of the cloth. Wasn't expecting that. Since there's no love lost between them. Traveling priests don't appear to behave all that differently from the regular ones as far as I can tell. Do you know where he is now? You mentioned something about wanting to get a better grasp on the effects of this war. Not again. He left again. I've never known a priest this reckless. I'm rather surprised at just how quickly he seems to be making his way around. Would you happen to know where his next destination was? He said he was heading to Legram. Much like here, he wishes to visit the church there. Thank you for the information. Jones will be stopping soon, so we should hurry up and find him. Let's head over to Legram and quick. Right, Legram. Let's keep chasing, but we'll talk to everyone in this church and then leave Bereahard, even though I want to go see Scarlet. Archbishop Amon was working well into the night yesterday. He seems to have something on his mind, but he refuses to speak anything about it. I'm concerned about his health as well, seeing as how he's doing this on top of the daily masses. I'll have to do what I can to lighten his burden. This man's always praying. Oh, Adios, just when will you grant us peace? I decided to follow Sister Tatiana's example and devote myself to helping others, especially seeing as things are bound to become even harsher for everyone now. Of course, there's not much someone like me can do, but even then, I must try. Perhaps this is what noblesse oblige is truly about. Maybe it is. Hey, where are you guys going? It's dangerous outside, so be careful. We will. Make sure to listen to what Annette tells you, understood? Yeah. Lord Eustace said that we should stay in the church for now. There are lots of books here too, so Rabbi's happy. This really is a nice place. Are they taking their time to get some more studies going on? Let's go to Legram before we go to Bereahard and talk to, Scarlet. I mean, we know there's going to be an event scene at Scarlet.
Where do you want to go?
What if I accidentally press commence operation?
Leave it to me.
This takes him to a dead end at least. He's crossed the river, but I can't cross the river as well. He's still crossed the river. We'll have to deal. We're hearing that we're going to see a lot of refugees arriving in Legram today, which is why we'll be doing everything in our power to help them. Won't we, Father? Yeah, sure. Just don't burn yourself out with all that work, okay? Oh, isn't this a surprise? What can I do for you kids? So I beg you, Father, we have something urgent to ask you about. I asked if a travelling priest had visited the church recently. Travelling priest? You mean that old dude who was here just a while ago? Maybe? Man, he was built for an old guy, believe you me. That's a spy, though. Would have loved to chat with him more if I had the time. Being a travelling priest must be pretty rough right now with everything going on, though. You're telling me. Well, it's good to know he's still alright, at the very least. Not that any of this makes sense. What do you mean? Travelling from Trista to Legram takes 5 hours, even without any breaks. That priest somehow managed to not only get here faster than that, but also made stops at Celtic and Bereahard. How? That's true. Under normal circumstances, he'd just be arriving here now. Even if he boarded a train early this morning. He's in Merkeberg, isn't he? Father, do you happen to know where he is now? He said he had something to do over in Ruhr Cathedral, actually. Figure he's probably already on his way. Ruhr? It'd take more than half a day to get there, even without military strife. What would anyone want to do in Ruhr anyway? It'd be kind of cool if he was already there, though, wouldn't it? It sounds insane, but I want to make sure. Let's go over to Ruhr and check. Cool. Good luck with whatever's going on, I guess. Damn it, I wanted to check out Legram as well. I was hoping this would be the final location, because Legram isn't actually that many people. Like, this is the only remaining place for church, right?
Where do you want to go? Leave it to me.
I skip you. Warp speed, Captain. Quick, up the correct way. Chase this old man down with a faster ship that should be in Erebonia, for goodness sake. So why aren't you talking to everyone before moving on? Because I'll be in every town talking to everyone, and it'll be like an hour before I even chase this guy down. I want to chase this guy down. Good idea. We'll be holding a special service to pray for peace very soon. We shall offer up our prayers to the goddess, that she might wipe away the sadness that hangs over our world. You're of course more than welcome to join us. We're on the hunt for the quest trail, you know. Welcome to the cathedral. We'll be studying mass soon. You're all more than welcome to attend, of course. Thank you, Father. Actually, there's something we need to ask you. They asked if a travelling priest had passed through the area. Is there any other churches? I think I know who you might be referring to. Indeed, a travelling priest did pass this way not too long ago. Impossible. That doesn't make any sense. There has to be some kind of trick to this. Besides, travelling priest or not, I doubt he needs to be on the move this much. I wonder if... Anyway, presuming he's already left, you wouldn't happen to know where his next destination was, would you? You mentioned he was headed for the chapel in Ymir. Said that was something you needed to look into. You just missed him, in fact. We did? Well, in that case, with Ymir being 3 hours away, there's no way he could get there ahead of us, right? Time to find out. Let's skedaddle. Alright, let's set a course for Ymir. Thank you for your help, Father. Think nothing of it. May the goddess's light shine upon you. Ah! It's Trails of Old Priests, yeah. Did someone say trails? Trails of Old Priests. I can hardly believe the war's final battle is at hand. It wasn't long ago that I was last in that area conducting mass either. I can only pray that no more tragedies like the one in Celtic befall this nation. No, I shouldn't dwell on the negative. I'm a sister of the church. I need to put my faith in the goddess and strive to convey her mercies to all. We go again then. On the Trails of Old Priests. Right, it's definitely a Knight of the Grail's Rio at the very least, right? And if he's got a Merkaba, or Merkaba, whatever it is, it's definitely a Dominion, yeah?
Where do you want to go?
Now say lol and make me paranoid.
Full speed ahead!
Where is he? Is something the matter, Rean? You seem awfully flustered. I have something urgent I need to ask you. Has a travelling priest been here? A travelling priest? Ah, now it all makes sense. What does? You've been chasing after this priest for quite a while, haven't you? Always puzzled why you couldn't catch up to him, right? And now here you are, convinced that you would be able to arrive before him. Oh dear, he arrived here before us, didn't he? That he did, I'm afraid. We were enjoying some tea together not that long ago. We were talking about all of you, in fact. It just so happens that the travelling priest is an old friend of mine. He is? That's surprising. Whoever this priest is, he doesn't sound like your average clergyman. Although Father Bernard always did strike me as someone well connected, so if anyone might know him. Regardless, he left a letter in my care. It's addressed to all of you too. Here you are. We didn't even get to meet this guy in the end. Thank you. What's it say? What's it say? Let's see. Greetings, students of Class 7. You have my apologies for not taking the time to speak to you after you've come all this way in pursuit of me. I did very much enjoy our little game, however. While it may not have been able to catch up in the end, that courageous of yours is quite an impressive ship. I hope you'll make good use of it in the future. I also hear that you are working to improve the lives of this country's people and better the current situation. An honourable goal, if I may say so. This is an old nation, but change is always possible. With youngsters like all of you striving to improve it, it may have a bright future indeed. Regardless, I will now be departing for Western Erebonia. These are dangerous times, and I have duties as a clergyman to fulfill, and fulfill them I shall. Good luck to all of you in the future, wherever your travels may lead you. Barkhorn, the travelling priest. P.S. I was pleased to hear that you're still well, Gaius. May we meet again one day under the beautiful skies of Nord. P.P.S. While it was not my intention, I seem to have caused a lot of concern to poor Father Paulo. Please do pass on to him that I'm alive and well. I also seem to have wasted quite a lot of your time by making you pursue me from place to place. It's not much, but please accept the attached as an apology. A course is inside the envelope along with the letter. An Arcana gem. Seriously? He knew what we were doing the whole time. Gaius knows the Dominion. I'd say this proves he's no ordinary priest, wouldn't you? I can't believe he's an acquaintance of yours, Gaius. So it seems. I have to admit, I did wonder if it might be him. He was my teacher before I came to the academy. He would come visit the settlement once a month, no matter where it was, and hold Sunday school for everyone there. I doubt I would have been able to attend force if not for him. Really? Really? Thinking back on it, he never struck me as an ordinary man even then. Knowing that this is him, everything begins to make sense. He really must be pretty amazing. Still, he managed to outrun us every single time. Was he using a high-speed airship or something? Why would a traveling priest have access to something like that, though? Do they use them in parts of the Septian Church? Come to think of it. I doubt you know, but the church is a fairly complex organization with plenty of divisions within it. The part I was invited to join was an organization called the Congregation for the Sacraments. They're a group full of immensely skilled people who take on some unique missions, to put it mildly. No, it can't be. Regardless, trust me when I say you needn't worry about him. And if you would, please pass on the news of his well-being to Father Paulo and Trista too. We will. The mystery now solved, they all returned to Trista in order to pass on the message to Father Paulo. I see. I suppose my worries were all for naught in the end. Well, as a relief, I feel terrible about the lengthy chore I've given you. It really wasn't that bad. It was kind of a learning experience. I never knew there were traveling priests who operate on this guy's level until now. The church must be really worried about this war if they're sending men like him to Erebonia. I should say so, though I can't pretend to have much knowledge about matters higher up in the church. Perhaps they conclude that Erebonia getting any more chaotic could destabilize the whole of Western Zemuria. A risk like that is nothing to celebrate, but I must admit that I find the presence of men like him in this region encouraging. As a fellow man of the cloth, I have a new standard to measure up to, and I hope that the aid I can offer people is on par. I'm sure it will be, Father. Thank you. Take care now. No matter how far away you may be, the thoughts and prayers of all of us who wish for peace will be with you. May the goddess bring you safely back to us soon. I hope so, Father. Absentee Father is complete. Well, that was an interesting quest line, in a sense. We now know the name of another Dominion. I mean, complete assumption that he's a Dominion, but knowing that they get those ships, we kind of have to assume that he is one based on that, surely. I think it's a safe assumption. When the battle for Heimdall begins, innocent people will be caught in the crossfire. There's every chance of that. As the priest of this church, I will do all I can to keep my townspeople safe, including offering up my prayers for Trista's protection to Adius. Don't worry, I will of course be praying for all of you too. Please come home to us in good health soon. Alright, I need to head out and fight something. We've still got the other side up there to go. We can only wish it was Kevin. And then the chat lols again, yeah. I think it's a safe assumption. Right, why are we going this way? Because we haven't been this way yet. There's a whole area to explore. And before I explore the rest of Trista, I'm going to explore it. Because we're not really getting on with our quests or anything here. That said, we did just complete a quest, to be fair. Not getting on with quests did actually just complete quests.
Watch out, guys.
Lovely you.
Here I go.
113. I'm amazed you're still such a high-level beast.
There. Ha! Now's our chance.
I'll back you up.
Very well.
Let's let Rean kill that other one to get some CP back.
Of course.
Good job there.
How about this?
Here I go.
No one wants to kill everything. I think he gets more CP from just a normal attack than if we did it leaf cutter to get 2.
How pathetic.
So these guys aren't exactly a lowish level. They're at our level or higher than some of our characters. Right, this is the other side of the military blockade, right? Blockade? Yeah, sure.